In 2021, Egencia made headlines with a huge announcement. After 17 years of growth under Expedia's wing, it was ready to leave its nest and join the family of business travel powerhouse, American Express Global Business Travel. For years, these two companies competed in the field of corporate travel and expense management. And though consistently lower in the ratings, Egencia always was one of the most fascinating cases in the industry, driving innovation and setting an example for travel startups. How so? It's really about how Egencia became one of the main transformational forces in the industry and why you couldn't imagine corporate travel without its impact today. But first, we need to talk a bit about how corporate travel actually works. Managing travel can be overwhelming. Companies must make sure that travel is organized, cost-effective, and stays within the set rules. Without a proper system in place, employees might book trips that don't follow company policies, like choosing expensive flights or hotels, spending more than necessary, and quickly driving up costs. Travel policies are created to set clear guidelines, such as preferred airlines, maximum hotel rates, or approved ways to book. When employees don't follow these policies, it can be more expensive for the company because of missing out on negotiated discounts, or it can also lead to time-wasting confusion caused by expense tracking mix-ups. That's why businesses need business travel management to bring structure and efficiency to this process. At the same time, it makes travel easier for employees by providing them with tools and support to book trips that meet their needs without going outside the rules. It's a win-win that saves money, reduces headaches, and makes travel smoother for everyone involved. So when it comes to managing traveling employees, there are two paths companies would traditionally take. First is the route of travel management companies, or TMCs. These organizations essentially function as specialized travel agencies catering specifically to businesses. They handle all aspects of corporate travel, including booking flights, hotels, car rentals, and other transportation or accommodation needs, often leveraging partnerships with suppliers to secure exclusive deals. TMCs store profiles of all employees, each containing information about their specific role, preferences, and travel permissions. The largest TMCs include American Express Global Business Travel, BCD Travel, and CWT. Of course, just like in the leisure space, the advent of internet and consumer technology led to the appearance of more digitized options called online booking tools, or OBTs. This specialized software was created specifically to manage itineraries and track travel-related expenses. Here, an employee can log in under their profile and book trips independently, without straying from the company's travel policies and budgets. And in case of disruptions or complications, workers can contact the provider's customer service to help out. OBTs are the corporate counterpart of online travel agencies, and the most well-known brands include Egencia, SAP Concur, TravelPerk, and Navan. Currently, though, the line between the two has become a bit blurred. Most legacy TMCs now offer self-service booking technology. At the same time, OBTs have evolved to include features traditionally provided by TMCs, such as 24/7 customer support. And the subject of our video, Egencia, may be one of the reasons why. As often happens, it all started with one person ready to change the rules of the game. Egencia has been a leader in its niche of corporate travel platforms for more than a decade. It has a massive inventory of over 290 airlines and 650,000 lodging options that companies can book around the world, and also offers risk and expense management tools. No wonder Amex wanted to have Egencia in their portfolio. But what makes it so special? Since the early 2000s, Expedia has had its own corporate travel unit, but only when they acquired a similar product named Egencia did they combine both operations under this name. This was in 2008. By that time, Expedia was already a travel industry powerhouse led by its most influential CEO to date, Dara Khosrowshahi. During his reign, Khosrowshahi heavily invested in technology, marketing, and automation that transformed the brand and the whole travel industry along with it. You can watch our video covering that in detail if you're interested. The important part is that Khosrowshahi had a special vision for business travel as well. By having both B2B and B2C travel markets presented in one business, he had a unique advantage of comparing the two, and he was one of the first people to notice that they didn't have to be that different. Corporate online booking tools were normally self-service. Employees booked their own travel based on the company's travel policies, budgets, and booking processes. But this experience would vary a lot from booking travel for leisure purposes. A significant issue was the limited access to diverse content. Corporate booking tools often prioritize connections with major suppliers and pre-negotiated rates, which might exclude alternative options like boutique hotels, vacation rentals, or smaller airlines. For example, a business traveler might have preferred to book with an airline where they had a loyalty program, or choose accommodations like short-term rentals that provided a more comfortable or cost-effective stay. But if these options were not integrated into the booking platform, employees could face frustration or opt to book outside the system, leading to policy violations or missed savings opportunities. Another problem was poor user experience. Existing since at least the 1990s, many booking tools have been built on legacy technology and infrastructure with an outdated look and feel that really discouraged workers from using them. Unlike leisure platforms that focused heavily on intuitive design and user-centric interfaces, corporate tools often prioritized compliance and reporting over usability. As a result, employees could find the interface clunky or not as seamless as consumer-grade platforms like Expedia or Booking.com. And finally, the self-service part we mentioned earlier, well, it wasn't entirely accurate. Business travelers typically couldn't make changes to their itineraries or cancel trips through the platform. Instead, they had to contact an agent for assistance, which added a layer of friction to the process. For internet-savvy users accustomed to seamless, instant changes on consumer platforms, the need to call an agent for even minor inconveniences felt outdated and inefficient. Because formal corporate booking channels were so annoying, business travelers would use leisure booking sites or not use the tools at all and get corporate travel managers to do the job. For an organization, this posed a big problem. If every employee followed a different booking and reporting process, it was difficult or even impossible to collect data for analytics, provide appropriate duty of care, or keep a close eye on compliance and expense reporting. Egencia's new approach aimed to fix that. Thankfully, Egencia had the first problem, lack of content, covered. With its connection to Expedia and its many brands, Egencia could give travelers access to a massive inventory of flights, accommodations, and car rentals for exclusive special prices. And the two latter puzzles with poor UX and need for assistance? Well, they could be solved with one piece. Khosrowshahi understood that to make employees book via formal channels, you had to make those channels attractive. And since Expedia already knew everything about attracting and retaining customers, the solution came immediately. Business travelers are going to be demanding the same technology. They want to be a part of the decision-making process and have full access to information, reviews, etc. Here's how they did that. The first trick was to fix the clunky user experience. Egencia's platform was designed to mimic the ease and familiarity of consumer travel booking sites, allowing users to effortlessly search, compare, and book flights, hotels, and transportation. This intuitive design reduced friction often associated with corporate systems. It was basically like booking any other form of travel, but with corporate travel policies already integrated into the platform. Instead of really working hard to get your corporate travelers to book online, it comes easily because that's what they do at home anyway. The move benefited travel managers and agents too. By offloading routine tasks like itinerary changes and cancellations to self-service tools, they could redirect their attention to more complex and high-value responsibilities. Now they could focus on building intricate, multi-leg and multimodal itineraries, such as coordinating travel across several international destinations with tight connections and diverse transportation modes. Additionally, travel managers and agents became better equipped to support employees during significant disruptions, such as weather-related cancellations, political unrest, or sudden regulatory changes. The search capabilities were complemented with personalization. Expedia's extensive portfolio of brands generated a vast reservoir of data, spanning traveler preferences, booking habits, and popular destinations. By leveraging this wealth of information and heavily investing in cutting-edge data analysis technology, Egencia developed systems capable of tailoring the travel booking experience to individual users. The technology could analyze previous bookings, traveler profiles, and even trends within specific industries to predict user needs. This allowed the system to suggest the most relevant flights, hotels, or car rentals based on factors like a traveler's preferred airlines, loyalty programs, or even their company's travel policies. This made the booking process that much easier. The second user-friendly improvement came from embracing the rapid adoption of mobile devices. Egencia released a mobile app for business travelers, and in just 12 months, its usage has increased over 500%. The app allowed last-minute changes to be made, booking travel on the go, and displayed relevant information based on the current stage of the traveler's journey. For instance, a few hours before a flight, the app might display details like schedule, status, and gate number. And while its competitors like Concur, Amex, and GetThere used third-party itinerary management apps to launch their own, Egencia developed one in-house to ensure complete policy control and security. On top of that, Egencia was positioned to become a leading provider to small and medium-sized businesses. While they couldn't yet beat Amex or CWT at large accounts, Egencia found a sweet spot with customers who wanted the same high level of managed travel without breaking the bank. They recognized that SMBs often face the same travel management challenges as large corporations, such as ensuring policy compliance, monitoring traveler safety, and controlling costs. But they lacked the budget and resources to invest in premium, enterprise-level services. To bridge this gap, Egencia provided scalable solutions that offered many of the same advanced features, such as real-time analytics, integrated risk management tools, and expense tracking, but in a more accessible, cost-effective package. By offering flexible contracts and scalable tools, they ensured that their solutions could grow alongside their clients and soon found success in doing that. With these innovations, Egencia inspired the appearance of new technology-heavy travel startups like TravelPerk and TripActions, now known as Navan, that remain on top of the business travel market today. Subsequently, employee expectations of business travel tools have changed massively, forcing the whole industry to shift towards a better technology and user experience. But the company hasn't merely relied on its past success. In 2017, it launched Egencia Advantage, an extra package that pioneered many exclusive services, such as a Wi-Fi hotspot with coverage in over 120 countries, or travel insurance through integration with leading providers, as well as parking, access to airport lounges, and visa processing all in one mobile app. And as travelers and businesses started prioritizing sustainability, Egencia covered that too. They added carbon emission data for every flight on the platform, offered ways to compensate CO2, and even prompted changing booking behavior by showing alternative train routes. Egencia's approach was always about doing more than other TMCs, which influenced the market overall. Over the last few years, a seismic level of mergers and acquisitions shook the sphere. Egencia got caught up in it too, getting swallowed up by Amex GBT in 2021. And only recently, Amex and CWT decided to form one mega TMC and abolish all competition for years to come. we don't yet know what it will mean for the corporate travel world. Despite updating its logo a bit, Egencia doesn't seem to have experienced any massive change just yet. It looks like now it's more prepared to handle enterprise clients with Amex's support, but its strong market position remains the same. Still powered by Expedia's supply and guided by its technology-first approach, it's now an even bigger contender for business travel unicorns to come.